Today is game day. Today my emotions are everywhere. So while my mom drives me to my games, I'm going to put my AirPods in and vibe to my music. Listening to my music relaxes me when I'm feeling intense and sometimes it gets me hyped. Making sure I have my helmet is very important since I have to leave my basketball game to go to my football game later today. While riding and listening to my music, I'm thinking about how some new shoes will be clutch. I really hope my mom sees I'm doing well in my games and maybe reward me with some shoes. That means I am about to butter her up and play very hard. We got to the game and you can feel the vibration coming from the crowd as they cheered for the game that was already in progress. The cheering from the crowd gave me a chill feeling, I guess not knowing what to expect when we get out there and play against our competitors. Most times, while another game is going on and we are waiting to play, I will walk around with my friends, being cool or play around, maybe throw the balls back and forth. However, this time I just sat and observed. My friends were asking me what was wrong, and I just played it off like nothing is wrong. I'm just chilling, but deep down inside, I was very anxious and nervous to the point my palms were sweating. I was too spaced out. We ended up winning the game, and I had 20 points and 3 assists. I consider that a very good game, all because I just stayed to myself. It was sunny outside, and I thought it was going to be a good day until my mom came to my room and started fussing at me about not getting my assignments done in school. In my head, I was like, Mom, I'm already overwhelmed, but I just didn't want to say it because I have a game coming up this weekend, and that within itself had me anxious thinking about the crowd and the competition and the plays the coach gave us. Finally, my work is done, so I can get on the game and play with any friends, and we can trash talk like we normally do. Now my mom is saying I can't get on the game on school days. So now all I want to do is play basketball. Therefore, I don't have to worry about finding a way on how to get paper and a canvas and paint before the deadline. This is why I get frustrated and just keep my emotions to myself. All I'm thinking after my game is going to my friend's house to get away from my family a little bit. Sometimes my mom let me miss church. However, my grandpa is the pastor of the church and he wants me to be at church every Sunday. But sometimes church is funny. I just wish they understand it's not like I don't like church because I do. My mom does things like let me stay with my friends, but come pick me up in the morning on Sunday. And all I'm thinking about is where's the food? Once again, I just keep my emotions to myself because I don't want anybody to think I don't believe in Jesus. Overall, I just observe things. When it comes down to my emotions, I do want people to know I care. I do admire those who express their emotions. Maybe I will get there one day.
At the time of the bill, hush puppy. And so, my grandson, I didn't know he.
I was in Spanish class and I had to take an oral quiz. And afterwards, she asked what grade would I give myself. I looked at my mom for an answer, and my mom said, you should know what grade to give yourself. However, I had never been asked that question, so I didn't know what to think. My mom always reminds me that I need to focus and think more to prepare me for college. One of my goals is to go to college to maybe become a sports commentator after I succeed in the NBA or NFL. I have a lot of things I want to accomplish. When it comes down to dressing, I like to look stylish with clothes and shoes. Sometimes I like to create a style in my head, but I want it to be comfortable. I'm more thoughtful with the things rather than being asked on the spot. I do know once I get in college, I will become studious, but I will start now. My mind is always, all the time, thinking about what I can do to become a better sports person. And although I get a rush on game day, outside of game day, I need to be more secure with my emotions. I thought about getting a journal and letting my pen do the writing for me. But then I laugh because I think about my friends. If I tell them, they'll probably laugh and think it's funny. One thing that was brought to my attention on this journey of getting better with expressing my feelings is that maybe I have a hard time thinking deeper or expressing my emotions because I have not experienced much in life yet to cause me to do so. I have come to terms with that and have accepted it.
Nerds and jocks have their own opinion on school, but here's mine. I don't hate school, but I don't like it.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
My teachers know I have an IEP and they treat me like I'm their own kid.
C squared. Pythagorean theorem. Get it together.
Excuse me.
My dear Aunt Sally.
Excuse me.
Tatiana will not deal with the distractions today.
Can I please get some water?
Absolutely not, Tatiana. Not today. Not dealing with it.
But when I ask a question,
And you keep walking.
it's like a marker. I'm gonna win and you will kneel before me. Easy to erase from their state of mind. I am a feather floating in the wind. Break my confidence. I know I'm gonna make it out of this hell. I shatter like glass, spread my broken wings and fly. It's like climbing a mountain. I am Tatiana, suffocating. Study it. I feel like I'm in prison. Memorize it, don't forget it. When I ask for water, it's like asking for an iPad or $1 million. You will see how great I can be. I put on my headphones. To drown out the worries. Drown out the suffering. I tell them I'm hurting. They look away and leap like they won a game. To drown out the depression. I punch my teddy and think it's their fault. I'm in this because of them. I start to cry and I hug my teddy. He gives me comfort. I launched to the finish line. I feel like I'm an ant in the midst of a big fan. I remember sitting in my high chair eating watermelon. My dad says, "Put your hands together." I hold my hands as if I was praying. People around me, too shy to talk, too flustered. I toss and turn in my chair. I look up and see food and realize I'm in the shop. With people eating, I realize the smells around me. I stop shaking and start working even harder. This is my destiny. I have a dream that will help me get through my school days. I want to go to a culinary school in Japan. It's been my dream to go there. I want to spread my love through my food. One day I'll cook turkeys, potatoes, bell peppers, and more. The flour I use is white as snow, but soft as a pillow, cold as deep space. The cakes I have baked are moist as water. My dad has a shop, the best food, and his godly tongue is too powerful. But when we're in the kitchen, he's a different person. The love is gone. He's bossy, he's ruthless. But my love stays strong and I never give up. Destiny? I will get into that culinary school. I found it. I finally found it. A way to get to my destination. My family and aunt's love is like a pen. I know it will be hard, kind of like a rock, but I will drill through it. Don't fall, I'll catch you. Don't cry, let me love you with my hugs. I'll be your compass, I'll be your globe. Let me guide you to a world of broken hearts, and then you'll see you're not the only person going through this drama. Life is kind of like sand. A truck full of sand. Your depression is a regret. It will consume you. Let the passion in your heart guide you as we twirl into the sunset. Never forget, we are the kings and queens of broken hearts, and we will soar through the skies.
I'm only 12, so why should I overthink about anything? Well, challenges and distractions can come early in a black male's life. I must worry about prejudiced people, policemen, and even the soon-to-be former president. I see brutal policemen on TV making black people scared for their lives. Sometimes I must be careful with teachers. Once the teacher exploded on me like a volcano because they will try to sabotage how much knowledge they teach me. But what did he do it to the white kid? But I'm trying to get through worrying and overthinking so I can help my mom out. My coach is yelling at me and putting me on the bench for no reason makes me overthink. Why? And the long wait gives me even more time to overthink. To try and keep my mind off things that will make me overthink, I dance, hang out with friends, play video games, watch magicians do tricks, eat wings, and staying with family, all while being able to express myself. All these things give me joy. I also overthink about things when I go to sleep. Will my family be safe? Or when I go home from hanging with friends, will they be safe? Even though I overthink about books, I still have to read them. One day I pray to be filled with joy, be loud as a stadium, have power like a principal, and never crack like a rock. I may be old and wrinkly before people with skunk-like personalities ever change. In my frustration, I pray what I was thinking was only a dream. I was overthinking again. I lay in my bed, punching my pillow. I asked myself, do I need therapy? I've been meditating, listening to rivers flowing, and reaching for peace. It only works sometimes. I think I will try new things. Floating on water, reading the Bible, taking deep breaths. I am alone, studying in my room. Rainy days help me to not overthink. Sometimes I wish I could mute people so I could focus on myself. Have peace in mind instead of a siren sprinting in my head 24/7. I wish I was a skyscraper or a tree, just standing in the sky, away from everyone. Even throwing my controller at my wall helps me to stop overthinking. When I sit in my room and meditate, I dream about jumping to the heaven gates, zone out and focus on my inner thoughts. I wonder who will let me in to guide me. But I am only like this when everything is quiet as a mouse or a tiptoeing thief. To keep my mind off my gap, I watch bodybuilders, gaming videos, and comedy. One day, I hope to get to the other side of the bridge. My brother being angry, stressed, and depressed is the reason I want to play football, basketball, or be a psychologist. Being a psychologist, I can help people and drive them to have peace in mind and be joyful. Being a pro athlete, I can entertain people during my interviews and make them laugh, for laughter is the best medicine. My destiny is what makes me set my alarm so I can wake up early, brush my teeth, wash my face, grab my outfit, and live another day trying to reach my destiny. Even if I need a therapist or a counselor to cry out to deal with all my emotions, that's what I'll do. On the first part of the bridge, I was fearful, stressed, and overthinking. So I tie my shoes and run across the bridge as if the ground is on fire. I'm so glad I bridged my gap because now I don't freeze when it's time to make a decision. So if you want to come on and be wealthy, you need to come on now because the bridge to my gap is coming down. You only have 30 seconds to cross the bridge because it's made of old wooden planks and chewed up string. So you better bolt your butt to the other side. Or you're gonna fall and die. But now, on this side of the bridge, I won't bottle up my emotions. I'll write how I feel. I'll understand myself and others. Yes, finally, I've reached my destiny.
I have a goal. There is something in the way, either physically or mentally. It's not bad. It's a good support system, parents and siblings. The push they give, the words they say, the pressure you need to go towards success. All you want is just the one of seeing yourself make the people you love proud. To bolt through the door of your house. Yes, the house you've built. The one built through all the obstacles you've overcome. Those worthy decisions you've made. Passing your gap. The stages you were put through. The stress from school, knowing you had to sit in your room smelling wood all day. Drifting from worksheets to books, making your pen screech through your notebooks. Expanding your knowledge, anxious feelings. The truth of you not being able to get there till you're older brings your mental state down, gives your confidence a crush, taking you to depression. Reality is still occurring, all full of different things with different meanings. With the thought of garbage, open your eyes in order to wake up. Keeping yourself up from not wanting to drop out. Students have a life. No need to judge them. They want to succeed. Their ego is low, but they are fierce. Their house life is all they think about. They're stuck, not being able to help out. They get home, help wash dishes, mop, sweep, clean the kitchen. You don't say no to your loved ones, so you say yes. The thought that life is unpredictable, that one day something is visible and by the time you know it, it's gone. You're in your room, you explode at just a thought. Used sandpaper, gone through a ripple, turns into a ball and falls down the stairs. Get up. You are a lion. You launch and get through the tunnel you've entered, not knowing whether to bounce back or not. You strive ahead without a clue of what's ahead. You turn on your turbo and protective coat. In order to get over your gap. Be a balloon and strive upwards towards success. will need the scale to balance. Just drop the wall and let me rise. I'll pop bubbles in a putter. We'll talk all day, not much difference will it make. I have a mouth that needs your ears. Give me space and listen to me. I have my side of the story to sell. I've done many things that you know I regret. But I've changed. There was a bump on my road. I tried the radio, but it was lost connection. The transceiver wasn't good enough. I tried to swerve and I made it through. Many bumps are still on the way. I know. We can be the ocean. Ongoing. I know I make you angry. I make myself angry too. Makes me want to be the lonely wolf just staring out onto the moon and free nature. It helps me be open-minded. You know, it gives me a strive to want to be able to sprint into what I want. But y'all hold the controller, controlling my life. Controlling what I can and cannot do. I love you, Mom and Dad, but I need you to be proud of me. I have a destiny that I want to map out. It'll be a puzzle. I'll make it come together. I'll have mountains to rise. I want success and big checks. I can't get any of that without an education. I'll have to sacrifice partying and all the fun to read books on the table of my room. I don't expect the cap and gown to be given to me. I know. It'll be a roller coaster to get to my certificate. Once I get my certificate, I'll be on a steady pace towards opening new bonds and new opportunities. Every once in a while, I'll tap into many falls and sink rock bottom. I'll be scared, but I'll absorb it. I'll be a controller. I'll be controlling a masonry out of pride and joy. I'll be keeping the happiness, humbleness, and the hard-working business, just the way my dad showed me. My family never got it easy, but we learned not to complain. We always said, the ruler has a reason for why things happen. There might be a twist and twitches, but it's all for a reason. I'll be pouring cement and building houses for big money. I'll have the bag and the lock for the future. I'll take the stairs instead of an elevator to get to my success trail. It'll be a shift in between how my parents grew up and how I did. It wasn't as easy for them as it was with me. I'll make the future better for them. I love my family and for them. I will leap into my success for them and myself. I'll be a big boss and always keep it humble and get to my family to a better place.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? When do you want it?
People are being shot by people who are supposed to protect us. People in a circus act, the police, gangs, black on black, family. I'm not happy at all. On average, 21 children and teens are shot in the United States every day. Every year, 7,878 children and teens die due to gun violence in the United States. These numbers are growing every single day. It could be my family or nephew next. I try to protect my house by watching who is around. A shooting happens anywhere, a school, church, fair, or concert. Everything that's happening has me anxious and worried about going outside. Police are putting children in handcuffs. African American and Hispanic children and teens have it bad. We're being attacked for our skin. Why do we have to fight for our rights? The government often wants us to get on our knees and crawl like a horde of mice. We are frightened. What can happen next? Every time a shooting is on the news, I pray that it's not my family. I'm scared. The smell of gun smoke fills my lungs when I walk outside. I try to surround myself with playful and funny people. My family and friends are very loving. Being hugged by my family on a bad day is like laying on a beach on a soft blanket, listening to the ocean. Some of society is a train wreck. I see a gun, I feel knives. My cousin was shot multiple times. We still celebrate his birthday by having a cookout. He was my brother. My stepbrother was shot in the stomach. A teen was killed up the street from my house. Sad. I'm hurt. It was my own family, people I knew. Yet, I'm excited for the future. Life isn't candy. I know children and teens awareness is expanding and elevating. We need to work together. I have had struggles in my life, more than I want, but I can't change that. Music would be my only getaway. I push myself harder than I should. Going to school and getting good grades gives me joy. I fill up my notebooks and papers. The teachers would be guards, guiding the students to success. I get angry and upset at myself if I don't get what I need to get done in school. At one point, school and tests were so hard, swords stabbing at me. I have put up shields. I need to keep an open mind. I want to graduate so I can make my parents proud.
What about math? Hey,
Did you hear about the drama yesterday? It was
at the mall?
a huge
It's
fight.
opening up tonight.
Everybody was there,
You wanna come?
but you.
Students have different ideas on many things.
Food and everything.
Everything will be
Come
there.
on.
Just one time.
I need to think about what they are saying and not cover my ears. Some ideas makes me want to investigate deeper. When I have something to say, I try to protect my ideas. If you share your ideas, have a guard over your words because people will threaten to take them and won't feel guilty. Sometimes I get embarrassed to share what I think, so I type it on my computer or write it down. I see people sitting on thrones surrounded by guards. I'm trying to get into a bigger chair. Most times I get depressed and want to cry, but I stand up and put on my armor. My head spins with all different ideas and thoughts. But if that happens, I lead through my problems. A dancer in a parade. Playing a guitar is way easier than my life. Getting a big hug from the people I love after falling hard is like a feather being picked up by the wind when it falls. What would my life be like in the future? I constantly ask myself every day. I want to walk across the stage in my cap and gown, graduating high school and college. The future won't be easy. It will get frustrating, and I know I will have to make difficult decisions. I want to be a criminal investigator. I want to become a professional writer also. My dreams may get crushed. I will get back up and fight to make them happen. I may flip and tumble down hills, but I won't stop until I'm living in a mansion. People say I need to throw my dreams away in the trash. I look at them and laugh like they just told a hilarious joke. I have big dreams. I do get worried my dreams will fail, but I won't let that happen. Some people want me to sing or dance, but I want to defend people who may not have a voice. I am frightened of the what ifs in life because I do tend to overthink. Life in the future may not be full of gold and diamonds. I can't see into the future. I don't have a looking glass. I have ideas drawn out that I have thought about very long. I want to be remembered for what I did in life. My bridge is nice and strong. I will get across, and I don't think I'll be turning back.
I'm free now, but I haven't always been this way. Controlled by my thoughts that never stopped. The weight of something was holding me down, but I couldn't find the issue. Making me less and less present. My very first therapist at age 10 made me nervous. Now, it does take time to open up and be vulnerable to a stranger. One bad experience can make a person never want to go again. If all they want to do is help, why am I the way I am? It took me years to realize this, but nothing I did caused me to be mentally ill. Now, I'm sure my mom didn't purposefully add to the anger building up inside of me, but the constant comparison of my sister and I didn't help. It's important to always have a safe place you can go or something you can do to calm down. To this day, static is an instant relaxer. TV takes the thinking part out of my brain. When I was very young, I coped using ice on the bottom of my feet. I would have a neurological reaction from my anxiety and frustration, causing the bottom of my feet to burn and itch. Not sure why, but after tens of hours of me paying to sit on a couch, we decided to start medication. My mom thought it was unnecessary at first, and my dad thought the opposite. So the masking of my anxiety began. If you want to know what poison tastes like, take an Adderall without eating and you'll feel it slowly come back up. Childhood bliss is an idea that will live in my head forever. My imagination shrunk as the number on the scale became more important. Tests are my enemy. School is fear. They were supposed to help me grow and learn. Staring at a clock for hours and dealing with entitled idiots all day can really tire a person. Suddenly, you aren't as motivated as you used to be. The people that empowered you throughout the years are gone. The teachers you once loved have become so unbearable you want to skip every period. But now that I'm not legally required to attend school, my mindset has definitely changed.
Kato, you way too dope, kid.
Although I blame propaganda, money is my latest obsession. Not really in a bad way, it just means school isn't my top priority, which is potentially self-sabotage, but I believe it's just the stage the world is in now.
Cause I'll be on the beat.
It's lonely, motivating yourself is difficult. When I remove myself from conversations, it's not intentional. My mind just floats away, as if something important is happening behind the person. I'm there, but I'm not. Do you remember when the doors opened and the elevator was full? A crowd of people crammed into a 4x4 space? If I were thrown into a full elevator now, I would probably have a panic attack. Everyone I don't know is assumed to be a predator. No more excuses to go to the bathroom so I can meet up with my friend for a solid 10 minutes. Announcements over the speakers really induced the knot that always sat at the bottom of my stomach. There were these leather couches at the house I grew up in. In the basement, these two couches made me feel safe for some reason. They were always cold to the touch, but there was always a blanket nearby. When my parents got divorced, my dad took the couch. My perception of them changed. Although I loved to take naps there, I avoided them when my dad was home, because he usually laid down and I saw him differently, as his own person without my mom holding him back. In the end, he's found another woman and calmed down, which makes me happy, and my old fears stay in the past. There are things everyone needs to work on themselves. Mine happen to be depending on others, as well as holding myself responsible. Managing my money is something I have to do before it's too late. I've attended classes on this issue, but somehow my money is either low or non-existent. My self-control is very limited. The phrase burning a hole in my pocket describes my bank account pretty much. Exchanging and returning items because I regret buying them happens more often than not. Realizing I have fallen into temptation, I quickly tried to reverse my actions. Everything seems so much more expensive now that it's coming out of my pocket. I look at the price tag only twice before putting it back. Turning 18 was the cutoff of my stealing days. I would not like to meet the police anytime soon again. Makeup, clothes, food are all things I have to take into account that I used to not buy. Other rather new expenses include gas, phone bill, car maintenance, college, and rent soon. A lack of motivation and organization seems to be a pattern here. I take my medicine, keep a clean car, closet, and room. It would help me not be in a constant state of irritation. Although I love pizza, I'm tired of it being my every meal. I have yet to have a job worth quitting, but I don't want these types of jobs forever. By focusing on some sort of degree, I can maximize my chances of getting a job I enjoy and increase my choices/opportunities. You would think if I didn't want my wallet stolen, I would remember to lock my car. But alas, here we are. It all comes down to responsibility and fulfilling them. Making my bed and picking up my own trash is a small example of things I can do and should do every day. When I go back to school, studying is something I'll have to set aside hours for if I want to succeed. I know it will be draining, but I believe I can do it. What do I want to do? It's been a couple of things over the years. Do I want to get my cosmetology license so I can cut hair or do nails? Do I want to paint, which I've loved doing ever since my sister made it a big part of her life when we were little? In middle school, it was something else. I wanted to play trumpet or guitar at UNCSA, like it would be easy for me. I used to dwell over the anxiety of an audition or interview for a school. It's painful to doubt yourself that often and that hard. But growing up at an art school made me who I am and made me what I want in life. I'm not sure whether I want to mess with chemicals and scissors, paint a mural, or hold a camera for a paycheck, but whatever it is, I'm ready to do what it takes to get there. Editing is what I've had my heart set on for the past couple years, but I might have to save up some money from a bum job before I can pursue my dream job. I miss my calluses from playing and bruises from stretching and dancing, and that feeling of performing is something you can't replace. Over too quick. I feel like it ended in a flash. I didn't get to say goodbye to the activities I loved. Moving on, though, I don't even think I would have had the motivation. Or maybe my motivation would have stayed because of the support I had around me. A mirror of me, Haley, makes me jealous, and the unfairness I witness living with her is torture. Sometimes I forget to breathe and I have to remind myself to inhale and exhale. Relaxation doesn't come easy to me. The road ahead might have some sinkholes, but I'm determined to follow the path that leads me to the job I want in life.